But go ahead and...
Well, I think to start back at your question, how did we find out? I was actually at work in a meeting. Christopher had gone to have lunch with me. So he left my office about 12 o'clock. And, those moments where you just never know that that's going to be the last time you see someone. So I got called out of a meeting about 3. And my assistant said that I needed to get home. Something had happened. She didn't know what, but she just knew I needed to get home. So she actually drove me home. We got here and, of course, took the usual route up Butterfield, and the street is cordoned off with the yellow crime tape. So I got out of the car, I walked to the tape, and this officer was standing there preventing anyone from going through, and he said, "I'm sorry, you can't go through. This is a kill zone." I said, "What?" He said, "You just can't go through." I think at that point he realized I probably shouldn't
have... You may have been a family member.
I probably shouldn't have said that. So got back in the car I knew Stephen was here, and I don't remember how I knew that. And Matthew, I knew Matthew and Stephen, our older son and Stephen were here. So we went around the block trying to get back in. So we go to that end of the street, and of course it is taped off as well. And I did see Stephen's car, thank you. I did see Stephen's car. And as I'm driving up, it's about 3:20. And all of the media is leaving. Channel 13's vehicles, 7, 4, even the writers that I knew from the Journal, they're leaving. And of course, it's in retrospect that you look back at these things, and then, we spend the next 2 hours, because they really didn't inform us till 5:30. But we're standing at the end of the street, just waiting for somebody to give us some information. And I think Stephen underestimates the presence. I think there were at least 40 to 45 police cars. A number of officers, I have no idea. But what we do know is they had the SWAT team and, full presence here. They had police officers positioned on the roof with assault rifles.
Of neighbors' houses?
They were on our neighbors' houses pointing these rifles at our home. And the bomb squad's here. The mobile unit is here. Every big unit that APD has was here. And no one will say a thing. And it's interesting because as we were congregating down at that end of the street waiting for somebody to give us some information, 2 attorneys from the city attorney's office are down there, and they're all huddling with the attorney for the police officers union. There's 1 or 2 people from the DA's office. And of course, it probably had some significance to Stephen and Matthew, but I just thought, what are all these people doing here? Chief deputies, there were 3 of them on the scene. And of course, no one would tell us a thing, no one. And then finally, about 5:30, I don't know, I'm guessing she was an APD officer. Somebody asked if she was a police chaplain. I don't believe she was. I believe she was just a police officer. She steps out of a van, a mobile unit that had been parked there for some time, and she calls the family over. There were 5 of us there, and very
matter-of-factly, very...
With no sensitivity, she says, "I regret to inform you, your son is deceased."
Very dehumanized.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you just think,